Thinking about a BBL, or wondering why BBL regret is everywhere right now? This video unpacks the real cost of the hourglass dream. How the algorithm sold us a body as a shortcut to confidence, how the bill shows up in your closet, your dating pool, your sleep, and your sense of self. This isn't a shame fest. It's a reality check, told by people who lived it, plus the parts the feed always crops out. I grew up on the 2010s Explore page too, the era when Instagram models were the blueprint and a bigger butt supposedly meant a bigger life. It felt logical in that scroll brain way. If the most wanted women have extreme curves, then the rest of us just need the curve to unlock the life. Celebs changed shape in real time, clothing sites built empires on Snatched, and the message landed: sculpt the ratio and everything else will fall into place. What no one said was that trends were fresh faster than wounds heal, and the life you actually live, your city, job, wardrobe, routines, has to carry the result long after the anesthesia fades.
Ladies, I want to know how many of us are regretting their BBLs. Are we regretting it, or are we wanting another round? Do we need to fix it? Tell me how you feel about your BBL or your body procedures. I would love to know. I would love to know.
Has there been any surgery that you regret?
The bum. I tried that BBL abroad where they take your own fat and put it in your bum. It was so painful.
Oh no.
And it just did not look right on me.
What country did you get it in?
Turkey. There are some good places in Turkey. I know girls recently who've had surgery in England and they're still going through not good stuff. I would never have surgery in England again. Ever, ever. I'd always have it abroad.
The first quiet bill is fashion. A lot of women in these clips didn't regret the idea of shape. They regretted the mismatch between the body they bought and the clothes they love. Designer denim refused to pass the hips. Minimal silhouettes looked off. Tailoring became a subscription. If your personal style leans clean girl, quiet luxury, athleisure that actually drapes, a dramatic hourglass can fight every outfit. The feed sells you a dress, reality hands you a tape measure and a sigh.
I might get some hate for this, but this is 100% the truth. BBLs attract poor men, broke men, same thing, no different. Because from what I know, a lot of wealthy men like women with natural bodies. And don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with getting a BBL at all. But I know a lot of women, they'll go into Tijuana and they'll go to different countries to go and get a BBL because they assume that this will attract men with more money, That's never the case. It really isn't. And maybe there's at least like 2 or 3 of them that are okay with it. And that's like really, really rare if you're really lucky. But for the most part, from what I know, a lot of wealthy men like a lot of natural things, especially when it comes to like nails or the way that you look from your face or the way that you're presenting yourself. Because from what I know is a lot of wealthy men say BBLs scream loud and crazy or whatever. And like I said, nothing wrong with getting cosmetic procedures done, but that's just the cold hard truth.
Then there's weight redistribution. Post-BBL, fat stores differently. Several people didn't clock gain in real time because it wasn't landing in the stomach, it was padding the silhouette they thought they wanted. By the time the face changes gave it away, they were heavier than ever and still stuck in garments that forced a hyper-sexy presentation just to look proportional. It's a trap. Baggy reads bulky, fitted reads doing the most, and neither feels like you.
So I had a BBL. It's been over 4 years since I got it done, and I regret it. First and foremost, if I knew I was going to have this girl, I would have never gotten it in the first place because that's just a waste of money. I went and had a baby, and that was after I had a BBL. That was backwards. Okay, here. Okay. But that's not why I ultimately regret it. First and foremost, body dysmorphia is a real thing because after I got the surgery, because I originally got the surgery because I wanted a shape, not because I wanted a big butt or whatever. I wanted the shape that it creates because I was just like a straight down stick. I just wanted a shape. So that's why I got the BBL. But body dysmorphia is real because after I got the BBL, I kept finding other things, like little things that I did not like. And I kept telling myself, oh, I'm gonna get around too. I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. But I decided I wasn't gonna do nothing else. I'm gonna just live with the body I have and accept it and love it. because I'm just doing too much, wasting money. I can do other things with that money. So, but the real reason I regret my BBL is because I cannot sleep. I started getting these problems maybe like 2 years after I got the BBL. I can't sleep on my sides, right or left. I can't sleep on my back, and I can't sleep on my stomach. If I spend maybe 30 plus minutes on either side, it hurts. I literally do not get sleep at night because I'm always tossing and turning because I feel so much pressure. I don't have any health issues or anything. I'm very healthy for the most part. But that pressure where the fat was injected is horrible. I hate it. I don't sleep. And that's why I regret it. Because I do not sleep. So, yeah, do what you want with your body. I'm not promoting or telling you to get a BBL, and I'm not telling you not to. That's just my experience. Like, I don't get no sleep because I'm always tossing and turning because I'm in pain. If I stay on my back, on my stomach, on my side for too long, I actually have to use like a pregnancy pillow to sleep. I don't know, but I gotta go.
Attention arrives on schedule, respect doesn't always come with it. The stories repeat. More catcalls, more weird entitlement from strangers, and somehow less basic courtesy in high-end spaces. Walk into a luxury store in a loud bodycon silhouette, and you might be read as browser before you speak. The same person in a trench and straight jeans gets a sales associate in 30 seconds. It isn't fair. This is class signaling at work. Silhouettes get treated like status updates. Fun, serious, buyer, just looking. The look can open certain doors and quietly close others.
Yeah, those BBLs be stinking. So you guys may have seen this online that BBL smells is trending. And there are a lot of reasons for that smell, but I think that I will tell you guys a story about a girl that I dated, and I took her out, and she had a BBL. Her body looked crazy good. Like, she had it done right. Her whole body looked amazing. So we linked up, and we went out, had a really good time. We went to a Lakers game and then went to a spot by LA Live and had some dinner. Had a really good time. And so she was like, so what you trying to do? I was like, yeah, let's go back to my place and relax, have a nightcap and see where it takes us. So we drive back to my spot. And so light the candles, get the music going, open up a bottle of champagne, and we sitting there and we're having a nice vibe. And, we start getting into it and everything, and clothes start to come off. And she wanted to give me a little show. So she was like, just stand right there. And so, like, she took off everything very seductively and got on my bed and started twerking that thing, right? And I was like, what the hell? Because at this point, she got nothing on. And I smelled this smell, and it hits my nose. The shit was like a assault of my nose. I'm like, what the hell? And so I'm like, baby, not to be rude, but I know we had a long day. You're not smelling that fresh down there. I think you need to get into the shower and go ahead and freshen up. And she looked at me so embarrassed. I did it as gently as I could, but what I realized is if someone has had a normal size behind for all of their life, and then they switch up, and now they got this big BBL, they have to reach back there and really clean. You know what I'm saying? And if they're not used to doing that, they might not know that, hey, you sweat differently. Everything is different when you add that much more meat back there. That thing can't breathe as good. And so she ended up getting in the shower and everything. I had everything that she needed. And I ended up clapping them cheeks. And it was much better. But some people, the smell, I think her smell was coming from just not being able to get back there and clean properly. But some people's smell is coming from what the excretions and what's coming out with the fat that they've actually put in to their bodies. So, BBLs for me is just for fun. Those women are for fun. Like, you can't take women with BBLs, in my opinion, the parent-teacher conferences, they big old ass knocking over the little kids' crayons and stuff as they try to walk through the parent-teachers conferences in them small-ass classrooms. That's not really for me. That's for fun. That's for, weekend fun. Wifey material is just regular, natural women that you can build a family with and give a great life to. But that's one of my stories on BBLs. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments.
Dating tells on this dynamic too. The volume of attention rises, the quality can dip. Some women said they attracted unstable, broke, or abusive men while being filtered out by the boyfriend material they wanted. Others noticed that toning down styling, less filler, darker hair, smaller silhouette, changed the room instantly. Same soul, different reception. And whether you like the commentary or not, more than one clip made the same point. Wealthy or classy men often prefer low-key, natural signals because they read as calmer, safer, more private. Again, not moral, just the social code.
So, as someone who literally works in plastic surgery post-op care, I be around a lot of BBLs. If your BBL is stinking a year into the process, you might have some, I don't think that's your butt. I think it's a wound. It could be your cooch. I don't think it's the BBL itself. It might be a wound or one of the holes. To which I would say go to your nearest hospital immediately because it's probably rotting for whatever reason. After a BBL, though, I will say the smells are not that pleasant for a multitude of reasons that I'll list out for you. First of all, when you get liposuction, they stick that needle and they're that looked like I was doing something else just now. And when they're sucking that fat out of you, your skin is disconnected from the muscle. And the reason it's important that you get your massages, lymphatic massages, 6 months, you really should get them for at least 6 months after your surgery, is because your skin needs to heal and heal back onto the muscle. And you want it to heal flat and not have that bumpy look that, on someone's stomach. We all know the look I'm talking about. But while it's healing, fluid swells up because you swell. So with the lymphatic drainage for the first couple of days, your holes will still be open. There'll be some doctors choose to drain with tubes. Because if that tube gets yanked that shit can hurt. Just let it drain out. But it's not gonna smell good because it's literally pus and blood and shit from your body. It's disgusting. Another reason it stinks is because you're in a faja. You're compressed because we don't want you to swell. Right? Because it's healing. And what your body's going to do if it's not compressed. If it's not compressed, it will expand. You're supposed to stay in that faja for days, right? So what happens is you got all that pus and bullshit coming out that already doesn't smell great. You're in the same faja 4 days a lot of times. You're sweating and you have your natural must. And you have a lot of smells mixing together. As someone who has done lymphatic massages, I can tell y'all, it doesn't smell great. The girls don't smell great fresh off the table. It's really nothing you can do. Oh, and I forgot this part. You still have to shit, right? You still have to shit. You still have to shit. And your butt is kind of hard, still swollen from all that freshly injected fat. And it's been sitting in a faja. And you now have, you're a part of the club now. You have 17 miles of ass crack. And you cannot necessarily clean yourself as good as you might be used to, because you're not taking full-on showers. You're not doing that 48 hours post-op. Oh, and I forgot this. You still have to pee. Usually, the girls have the urinals or the cups that they pee in, and you might get a little driblet. You can't fully squat and pee like Pocahontas. I'm sorry if that wasn't politically correct. That's what they called it at Girl Scout camp, which might have been problematic to begin with. You just can't squat and pee in that. And how I'd have to be bent and hunched over. Again, this faja hasn't been cleaned, so it has doo-doo niblets, driblets of pee, pus coming out of you, and you're in that faja for 3 days, 4 days. They take it off and put it right back on. That's what y'all are smelling. Now, that smells horrible, yes. But if you're still smelling like that 6 months post-op, you need to go to the emergency room.
Now to the unglamorous part the grid never posts, aftercare. The first weeks are compression garments, foam boards, leaking, and logistics. If you rewear the same faja while you're draining, it's going to smell because biology is undefeated. Lymphatic massages hurt. You can't sit normally. Cleaning yourself is a puzzle. A pro in the compilation spelled it out. Early odors are expected, but if anything persists months later, that's not BBL smell. That's a medical problem. Go be seen.
This is part 2 on why I do regret my BBL. So as I said in the previous video, the first one came out fine, and I should have kept it that way because, as I said, and y'all think it's so funny, I was built like an iPad. I had nothing. I'm gonna blend in the picture so y'all can see the before and after, so y'all know what I mean. So coming from nothing to having 2 BBLs, it was just a lot for me. And at that time, I was a little delulu. I thought I needed this, and I wanted it so bad, so I did the round 1 and round 2. So yeah, as I said, I don't regret the first one. All I wanted to see is how my body would have changed with being pregnant and having a baby and stuff like that. And that's all. But the second one, as I said, it was a little bit too much. But now, after a few years, I lost some weight and it slimmed down a little. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it slimmed down a little. It doesn't look as bad as before, but I'm going to blend in the pictures how it looked like 6 months after the surgery so y'all can see what I mean. And I know you're going to say it's not that bad, it wasn't that hard, but I'm talking about myself. Like, for me, from coming from nothing to this, it was, I don't know. When I woke up out of my dream when I was like 30 or 31, and then I realized it was just too much, or people asking me if I had it done, it was just too much. So I'm going to blend in the picture so you can see the before and after, and I'm going to make another video about people still commenting in under my TikTok if my BBL smells. What's up? So today is not about perfume. Today is about something different, and I'm still going to spray some. I'm definitely going to spray some natto because I'm about to go somewhere. And yeah. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is BBLs and my thoughts on getting a BBL because I had 2. So yeah, back in 2019, I had my first BBL. Went there to Turkey, had a BBL, had it done, whatever, woke up, was happy, and everything turned out great. Because I didn't have no ass, literally my back and my ass was one like an iPad, you know? So yeah, I did it, and it turned out great. I loved it, whatever, because my fat was always in my stomach area and in my back area, and my legs were kind of small always. So yeah, so I did that, and then in 2021 I did another BBL because I wanted more. I wanted bigger. I wanted more hips, and I had a second BBL. But this BBL turned out being like too much. Like, to be honest, as I said, my legs are pretty skinny, so my ass I looked like an ant, to be honest. Like in the first couple of months, because the fat also goes like away a little bit, I looked like an ant. I didn't like it. Even people would like turn around and ask me if I had a BBL. This is not the whole point, you know? So I was not feeling it anymore. Like in the first few months I was kind of happy, you know, because I didn't see it until people like would tell me or ask me even if I had it done. So that's when I realized, okay, you can see it. So yeah, then I started like thinking about it and stuff. And at that point, I was kind of regretting it, like the second one. I started to be like, yeah, I want to be more natural, whatever, you know. I want to look more skinny, and some clothes I wouldn't wear anymore because it would be like too much for me, just, you know. And yeah, that's on the BBL. So now I'm 32, and sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, what if I didn't have done it before? Like, what if I didn't do it? Because now I have a baby and stuff, and my body would have probably changed also with having a baby. Like, maybe, yeah. It's not that I wake up and I cry or something, but sometimes I'm just like, what would my body look like, you know? So, yeah. That's my thoughts on BBL. So if you are planning or you're thinking about getting a BBL, I mean, it depends on how your aesthetics are. Like, if you really like this Coca-Cola bottle, whatever type of aesthetics, get it. But personally, me, I would not do it again. And also, if I go to beach clubs, because, you know, I live in Dubai, and
if I go to beach clubs and stuff and I see like really skinny girls, I love that. I personally love it. Like, that's my personal thoughts on this. So don't hate me, please. But yeah, what do you think? Would you get a BBL? Do you regret your BBL? Do you want to get a BBL but are scared? Because that was my biggest problem. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of nothing. I went in there, they put the anesthesia in, passed out, woke up, got up, and I was like, yeah, okay, it is what it is. It was okay. It felt like muscle pain, like crazy muscle pain. Honestly, the only thing that I really hated about these BBLs is the part where you cannot sit and the massages. And yeah, the massages were so painful. Like right after the surgery, the massage, I feel like this is more hurtful than the BBL itself. So yeah, think about it, guys. It's still like a very long procedure, and it is very dangerous.
Pain and sleep deserve their own paragraph. It's not always a 10 out of 10, but a lot of people describe a constant pressure, odd nerve sensations, and the feeling that their stomach or butt is foreign, even years later. Side, back, stomach, every position has a clock before it throbs. Pregnancy pillows become a lifestyle. Some even needed help walking after falls because stability changed. The before-after photo lasts 5 seconds. The sensations live with you.
I've been hearing a lot about BBL smell, and I got a BBL, so I'm going to tell you how it smells. You just smell like hospital, as Mary Cosby would say, for a little while afterwards while you're leaking. I felt like it smelled like IV fluid and arnica gel, which is my nightmare. But once you're done leaking, you don't really smell. However, wearing the same faja every day will make you smell, so just buy 2. That's what I did. And then your foam boards that you have to like stuff into your faja, you just buy packs of those and just throw them away when they start being gross. Also, life hack, if you're getting a BBL, buy a shower curtain and then put like chucks on top of it, like they look like doggy potty pads. Okay, you put that on top, so then if you leak, it doesn't get onto your bed or anything, and it's easy to throw away when you're done leaking. Easy. That's what I did. I've seen people say that like getting a BBL, if you get a BBL, you could easily go through childbirth. I disagree from my perspective. I don't think I was given painkillers, and I think I just did ibuprofen. I feel like getting an IUD inserted was far more painful and traumatizing than a BBL, but I am like 5 years removed from my BBL, so maybe I'm like forgetting, and this is all in like my head. But I feel like the most painful part is like trying to get up. You're pretty much doing a push-up, but you've been thrown around on a surgery table, so you're like really sore. That's the best way to put it. And also your butt doesn't really hurt, at least mine didn't, but where you got lipo does hurt. So if you're going to do like thigh, arm, and midsection lipo, it's going to be much harder for you. I only did 360 lipo, so only my stomach and my back, and that's the part that hurts. And we're 5 years down the line. I don't know how to describe it. It's not like uncomfortable, but like if you poke me in the stomach, it feels different than you'd poke me in the arm. Like the skin feels different in my body, not from like someone else touching it. And same with my butt, like it just feels different. It's foreign still after 5 years. Also, like same thing with like when you're sick. Like I went to work after like 6 days after I got my surgery. Okay, I do eyelashes, I just did them standing up. But when you're sick, like you have like little bursts of energy and you like want to like go up and do something. And that was like the same thing. Like I wanted to go to the Taco Bell cantina even though I couldn't drink, and it was like spring break in Fort Lauderdale, and so I was like in my faja in sweats, and all these girls are out looking gorge, and I was like, I don't care, we're going. And I stood up and I ate my cheesy gordita crunch, and then went back and went to bed. I don't know, that was kind of like our weekend. I did not go to a surgery center. I had my boyfriend come with me, and he just like he brought his Xbox and just played his Xbox in the Airbnb while I like slept, and I'd get up and eat and then go back to sleep, scroll through my phone. Flying back to Utah, so that's like what, 5-hour flight or something. There was so much turbulence, and so I couldn't really stand up at all. So I just sat on my BBL pillow, and then to drive, I sat on my BBL pillow. Also, I started sleeping on my side, so then sides of my butt are flat. It's this whole thing. So really sleep on your stomach. But I feel like they have better like BBL chairs these days. If I were to get another one, I would be buying one of those chairs just so I could like sit. Also, I don't know if you've seen Brooke Schofield talk about her upper bluff or whatever, and everyone's like having a meltdown over her getting surgery done. I feel like people are upset about your looks. Like you can get like bullied over something and then you fix it, and then you get bullied because you fixed it. It's like, dude, just do what you want. If you feel cute, you don't need surgery. I feel like getting surgery made me honestly like a better person because it was like really vain of me to go get a BBL. So afterwards when I got out, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm just glad to be alive. I can't believe I was like insecure enough to like get. It wasn't even like I liked my body before. I just like had love handles. Originally, I just wanted to do lipo. That's a different story. But like I wouldn't even say it was like insecure. I just like wanted something to change. I was also young and stupid and somehow had the money to do it. And I don't know, it just like made me grateful afterwards. I thought I was like alive and I had like working limbs. I was like, dang, I'm actually like really lucky to have an able body and I should not take it for granted. So like I think I thought I would want to do more surgery afterwards, but it actually like made me not want to because it made me realize how lucky I am. Also the attention you get after you get surgery. I like people, I don't know, I'm not really interested in like guys like that. But when guys like think I'm cute, I'm like, literally get away from me. You're disgusting and I hate it. And I didn't do it for guys. I did it for me, and I'm happy that I got it done, and I love it every single day. But I don't know. It's like weird. People treat you different. I'm sure it's like the same way when you lose a lot of weight, or even if you change your hair, people just like kind of treat you different. It's like the same thing. I've had like full colored hair before, and like people just treat you different versus having like normal colored hair. It's weird. But in all, like after getting surgery, it just like made me grateful for what I do have. Super happy I did get a BBL and I don't regret it at all. And if someone else wants to do it, then great. If someone doesn't want to, even better. I love that. Also, people don't have to be transparent about getting surgeries, but they get in trouble if they are transparent or if they're not. I just think like if you don't want to get surgery, you don't have to. And if you want to, then do it. But like let women and everyone do what they want to do with their own bodies. You know, like I was watching, and this is a long video now. I was watching like 90 Day Fiance or whatever, and you know, like Darcy and Stacey, and like their work is, in my opinion, a bit much. However, if they love it, then I don't care. Do your thing, girl. It's like the same thing. I do lash extensions, and I hear all the time, like, why do girls get the same thick lashes, like caterpillar lashes? I'm like, you just don't get it unless you get it. Like that used to be me. I used to love those lashes. I would get them again. Like it's like a style of what people like when you wear a lot of blush. It's not for everyone. It's for you. Like you do it because you like it. It's just, I don't know. I just can't stand when people like dog on other people's life choices like this. It's so annoying.
Body dysmorphia can turn one decision into a subscription. Many didn't chase cartoonish proportions, they just wanted a shape. But once you cross the line into surgical optimization, it's easy to find a new tiny fix every time you look in the mirror or the comments. Round 1 becomes round 2, then a reversal consult. You pay once to get it, once to undo it, and monthly for massages, garments, and flights. It's not vanity so much as velocity. The goalposts move every scroll.
I would 100% go back and not get the BBL. I know it's a complication that you don't usually happen. This isn't worth it. I had asked my husband to get the walker because I can't even walk on my feet without hurting and wanting to fall. I came home from getting my massage today, and we only have 3 little stairs going up into the porch. I couldn't make the last one, and I fell. Luckily, I cut myself, but then I hurt myself because I had to catch myself. The pain has gotten worse, and now my legs are on fire up to my knees. They shake all the time because it hurts. I just think it's important for me to show this side. It's nothing the doctor did wrong. It's just, I mean, they're shoving fat in your butt with all these nerves there. I would do the tummy tuck and the boob job again because I am having no problems with that. 0 out of 10. No pain. I should have just dealt with having a small booty and worked harder in the gym when I got back and fed it and built it the right way. The pain is a good 7 out of 10.
even this quote unquote safest option of a BBL that they're trying to convince us is safe to move fat from one part of your body to another part of your body, it is not safe. It is so dangerous. It is the most dangerous surgery, and we don't even know the repercussions that these women might still be having in their life in the after fact. This is all unfolding to us currently. I know firsthand from working in nightlife and from being in entertainment what these women are really going through. Trust me, it's not easy, it's not safe, and ultimately, it's forever changing, these beauty standards.
Geography also acts like a filter. In Miami, the look blends into the wallpaper. In Dubai, you might not see a single BBL at a water park. That matters if you travel, switch industries, or want longevity. Some aesthetics are loud, fast money coded, and great for nightlife. Others read timeless in corporate rooms or legacy spaces. Neither is right, but it's naive to pretend all silhouettes speak every dialect of status.
Did you know that when you see these models with BBLs on sites like Fashion Nova and their bodies are extremely exaggerated and everybody's like, why you got these models wearing that? You know, my body don't look like that. Do you know that people order from those models more than a regular model? Do you know that women psychologically are drawn to the BBL aesthetic, even though we may know that our bodies do not look anything like that, because it's the cognitive dissonance that we believe that, you know, we order that dress that's on Jody Joe, her body is exaggerated hourglass shape. We know we shape like a damn can of Coke, not a bottle of Coke. We ordering it. We know we don't look like that, but we just, you know, there's that little part in the brain that goes, well, maybe if I buy it and I put it on, I'm gonna look like that. Cognitive dissonance. This is why BBLs are perpetuated through media. This is why, because the self-esteem is not where it needs to be with women. The way we love ourselves is not what it needs to be. And I do not have a BBL. I do not condone BBLs. Everybody talking about how BBL stinks. I'm like, a BBL can kill you. How about that? I believe that a lot of us women give up on our bodies before we even have a chance to see what it looks like in our final form. Like, instead of going to the gym, we just want to go and lay on a table. Instead of eating right, we're just like, suck out all the fat in my body. And I'm not going to say I've never thought about getting a BBL, because I'm like, I got a great body. If I just nipped and tucked this, I would be perfect. But the thing is, I know a lot of people that get surgery, a lot of people that have body dysmorphia, a lot of people that constantly are changing themselves. Do you think they're ever satisfied? No. Because the same way when we're children, you know, we want to change this, we want to change that. Then we grow up and we accept it. Then, oh, I thought my lips were big. Now I think they're small. Now I think they're big. Now I think we're small. We cannot perfect what God created. We can't. When I was a child and I went through a little beauty supply store and I see the women with the straight hair and the little boxes, and I'd be like, Mommy, I want to straighten my hair. I want to perm. I want to perm. She was like, no, that's going to mess up your hair. And now that I'm an adult, I'm so grateful she never did, because my hair would not be able to handle all that. I'd probably be bald right now if I got what I wanted when I was a child. And these are the things that happen when we try to take into control how we believe we should look, because these trends are always changing. They are trends. The bodies change throughout the years. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, who knows what's going to be in shape? We might be wanting boxy women then. We might be wanting muscular women then. We might be like, oh, you know, the perfect hourglass ain't in anymore. Who knows? So I'm just going to say this. If you want to change your body, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Make sure you know why you're doing it, what you're going to do. Is this something that you could not have changed on your own? Is this something that's truly going to fill that hole within that does not make you feel good about yourself? How deep is it? Are you willing to die to look a certain way? Is it worth it? Or perhaps you need to live a better way so you can accept who you truly are.
There are also frank medical realities. A fat transfer sounds harmless. Complication stats say otherwise. Even when everything goes right, you're rearranging tissue through areas dense with nerves and vessels. Some people in the compilation experienced chronic pain, sleep disruption, and long-tail issues they never anticipated. Others loved their result, recovered smoothly, and wouldn't change a thing. Both truths exist. What's consistent? Credentials, accredited facilities, anesthesia oversight, and real aftercare aren't optional. They're the whole point.
Your natural body shape or your surgery body shape.
So I live in Miami where everybody and their mama has a BBL. I mean, the lady at the gas station has a BBL, the lady doing your nails has a BBL, the lady working at CVS has a BBL, everybody has a BBL. And I'm used to them. It's kind of, you see them everywhere. You see them at the gym, you see them every damn place. Now, I went to Dubai for my 30th birthday. I didn't see one BBL. I did not see one BBL the entire time I was in Dubai. And I'm not just saying because I was, in areas where everybody's covered up and such. I mean, I went to a water park the entire day. Not one BBL. Not one. And as someone who's been in spaces with all different types of people, music video sets, whatever, I've seen a lot. And I think BBLs are akin to fast money. It has a very, it's an in-your-face look that's not timeless. And I'm not gonna lie, some of them look really good. Some of them look undetectable. Some of them are the skinny BBLs. Some of them, there's some doctor in Houston that his work looked natural. So I'm not saying all of them look like an ant's life, but the classier and wealthier men that I have spoken to, they not interested in no damn BBL.
And we can't ignore the culture machine that fuels demand. Exaggerated bodies sell clothes online. People buy from the image they wish they had, not the one they live in. That's cognitive dissonance, and brands exploit it. Meanwhile, the same internet that bullies women into procedures bullies them again after. You changed too much, you didn't change enough, own it, undo it. You cannot win a game that moves the goal every time you reach it.
So my nurse just came because the soup that they gave me, I couldn't eat it on my own. So she came to feed me. And then I got up to walk. And just in the room, up and down. So the room is quite big, so up and down the room. And then I got to the mirror. And I turn around and look in the mirror. When I turned around and looked in the mirror, everything looks the fucking same to me. Everything looks the same. Everything looks the same. It didn't look no different from how I came in. I didn't need another light bulb. And nobody has to tell me. I don't need for anyone to tell me that. I brought this down on myself because I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I know what I've done and I know what I'm doing. I had to gain weight. I had to gain weight in order to get fat to put in there. And I gained like 15 pounds. Yeah. Just so I could get fat to put in there. To put myself through all this pain again. For it to look the same. I'm not looking for sympathy from no one. Because as I said, I know what I'm doing. But that's when we messed it up in the first place. And I specifically asked for a doctor who could fix it. For a doctor who could fix the problem. I'm gonna go to sleep. I didn't get my surgery for free. It's the free surgery that fucked up my bum. Yeah, I paid my money to fix it. Because all this time I've been asking for them to fix it, and nobody was paying me any attention. Yeah. And no one was paying me no attention when it comes to fixing it. I only got responded to when I messaged a doctor directly. You know, everybody works together, so everyone works together. So when I messaged a doctor, my company responded to me straight away because I was going to go directly to a doctor. I paid to fix my bum. And anyone can say what they want to say. I don't care. I can take the bashing, so anyone is free to say whatever they want to say or whatever they feel like. But I needed to fix my bum because it started to make me feel insecure. So I know I have to get it fixed. And regardless of what anyone wants to say, and anyone saying nothing's wrong with it, because as I said, I didn't need lipo. I didn't need to do no lipo. But anyways, I guess God is telling me something to leave it. But as I said, I didn't born with my bum like that. I wasn't born that way.
Some people in these clips did find their own peace. They shrank proportions, ditched bleach blonde hair, eased off filler, lost weight, and noted immediate changes. Less harassment, more help in stores, a dating pool that finally matched their standards. Others are still in the middle, managing pain, saving for revisions, or deciding to accept the body they're in now. A few remain happy with their BBL and genuinely love how they look and live. All of those outcomes are valid.
Let me tell y'all something. The dumbest thing I think I ever did was get this BBL. Let me tell you why. I be trying to throw this motherfucker. This bitch is heavy. If I knew I was going to have to be lifting weights, I would have never got it.
Like, I guess you could say, like, episode or whatever, where I was feeling really rotten. I talked about it earlier. I feel like during that time, people were just really, really, really coming for me. And in the comments of our YouTube videos on Recent Ray, or even like on my TikToks, like, you know, people were coming and body shaming me, which was something that I was already dealing with because my body did change a lot after having Apollo. I did get a BBL, you guys know this, and after having Apollo, it did change, and so that's something that I was struggling with, and I also just wish that I loved myself a lot more before getting my BBL because I feel like I had a perfect body. I just had a mom pouch, and I feel like that's something that's really hard to lose. It takes a lot of like discipline and working out, but even then, sometimes you really just don't lose that baby fat, and so during that time, I was really just like struggling with my body postpartum. So everything just on top of that, reading the comments, it kind of just like made me very like sad, I feel like. And usually I don't let comments get to me like that, but I feel like after having Apollo and going through postpartum a little bit, you do get those feelings or you miss your old body because you're like, oh my gosh, I just had a baby. Yes, I'm very grateful. I understand that my body's going to change.
I regret getting my BBL. I got it done around 2020. I was 25 and you know, I was heavily influenced living in LA. A lot of girls had big booties and I'm not gonna lie, I felt insecure. So I decided to get it done. At the time, I loved it. I thought I looked so good, but now I hate it. I probably had body dysmorphia because now I'm realizing like my butt, it just looks ridiculous to me. To other people, it might not look that big, whatever. To me, it just looks ridiculous. I hate the attention I get when I'm outside. And if you have a BBL, I don't know, some people might like it, but me personally, like, I try to hide my butt when I'm in public. As crazy as that may seem, I'll wrap like a jacket around me because I hate the attention I get when I'm in public. Whether that's from guys, girls, just anybody. Like, I get attention from anybody. And most of the time, it's just negative. Like, I could tell it's just negative attention. And it's making me, not that it's making me insecure, but I feel so uncomfortable. I wish I just kept my natural body, because now that I'm older, I'm growing into my body a little more. And if I had the knowledge when I was 25, I would have never touched my body. And if I could share this information with especially the younger crowd, because I know with the internet and just like sometimes where you live, it's easy to be influenced to get the procedure done. But now it's like, I'm looking to get surgery to undo everything. And I have to spend all this money. I spent so much money getting it, and now I have to spend all this money to undo it. And I don't know when, but I want to do it soon, y'all. If you guys could take any advice from me, I would tell y'all, just don't do it. Like, love your natural body. I think natural bodies are so cute. And like when I see a girl that doesn't have a BBL, I'm like, damn, what did I do to myself? And now that I'm back in the gym, I especially hate it because I'm trying to look like a fit girl and the butt just doesn't fit the aesthetic. Like it just doesn't match. So that's another reason I want to get rid of it. And I hate the fact that people are always like, oh, stop acting like you built your booty in the gym. I know I didn't. Like, I always tell people, like, I've always been transparent with my surgeries. But it's just like, I always get comments, and it gets to a point where it gets so annoying. I wish there was an age restriction for getting BBLs so that, you know, you could wait until your brain fully develops before you make that huge decision to get it done.
If you're on the fence, do a ruthless reality audit before you book anything. The rooms you want to enter, the partners you want to attract, the clothes you actually wear, your travel and seating life, your true pain tolerance, the budget you can keep feeding, and a plan if you change your mind in a year. If you've already had work and regret it, you're not a failure. You're a graduate of an expensive course on what attention costs and what respect requires. Course correcting is allowed. Styling shifts, boundaries, therapy, training, even reversal. If you love your result, protect it with real aftercare and a life that fits it. Bottom line, a BBL isn't a villain or a cheat code. It's a high-stakes negotiation with a culture that reads bodies like status updates. The algorithm sells urgency. Your life needs longevity. Try the unsexy path first. Let your adult body finish loading, train it, dress it, live in it. If you still want surgery after all that, and with a serious plan, it's your body. Make an informed choice. If you've been there and learned the hard way, your insight could save someone else a very expensive lesson. Doc your experience respectfully. What do you wish you'd known sooner, and what would you do differently now?